Hey guys, welcome to FORDY, the YouTube channel for the everyday runner. If you're struggling to find your next running event, I've got 5 websites that I think you need to check out, so let's get stuck in. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris Ford, aka FORDY. If you are new to the channel, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button there to stay up to date with all my latest running videos. As I said, this video is all about running event sort of websites and sort of databases online that you can check out to find your next running event. I was searching around trying to find different events and stuff like that, and also I've seen some stuff in a lot of the chat rooms, people asking about where's their event here, is there a 10k there, where's my nearest half, what we're going to do in May, and that kind of stuff. So I thought it'd be cool actually to go online, have a look at some of these sort of websites that are popping up, and actually there's a few of them cropping up now, and give you a bit of an insight into there, and give you a bit of a recommendation on the ones that I think are pretty worth checking out. I've not been, told to do this. I've not been paid by anybody. I'm not backed by anybody. So this is just me. This is a complete independent review of these websites. But let's get stuck in. Hey guys, the first website I want you to check out is letsdothis.com, and I'm going to put links for all these websites down below, but letsdothis.com. Now I'm going to go through this quickly with you and give you a few little pointers on the website and stuff like that. But basically, letsdothis.com was one of the ones I found on Google when I did a Google search for running events near me. I found the website quite easy. The landing site's quite okay, I would say. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but it was pretty cool. This is probably one of the better ones, I would say, that I found, and like I say, I'll give you a conclusion or a review once I've finished going through them. They are an official partner to some of these races, so it appears that you can get some perks. Now, whether that's any discounts or anything like that, you need to check on an individual basis, but they do a partner officially to certain races, so there's definitely some perks by booking it through them. They seem to have a lot of races on there, which is good, and it was quite functional. It was quite easy to go through the website. There was an option to sign up to log in. It didn't say what the benefits were of logging in and signing up, but I did it anyway. But it just appeared that I just created a profile that was able then to register myself for races and stuff like that, as I said, but there wasn't any sort of, if you sign up, this is going to happen, or you're going to get this, or you're going to get that. There wasn't any of that. It was just a question of signing up so you can register for events. I like the course map function on some of the sort of the courses that they, some of the races that they had listed. That was quite a cool touch. I did think that was pretty good. Not all of them had that. There weren't many reviews left. There was a review option, which for me when I'm looking for an event is important, but there wasn't many reviews on there, and I don't know whether that's because it's a new website or whatever, or maybe I was looking at the wrong event, but it doesn't seem to be as many reviews on this website as there did some of the other websites that I'm going to go through with you. So, that was a bit hit and miss. As I said, that's an important thing for me, but overall it was quite easy to use. I think the website is interesting. There's definitely, as I said, one of the better ones out there. They seem to have a lot of races, a lot of events, and it was quite easy to search for different stuff. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you checking out this one. For me, it was one of the better ones. So let's get stuck into the next one. Okay, so the next one is the runningdiary.co.uk. Again, this is one that I found on a Google search. The landing page again is good. I think it's quite clear, it's quite easy to use, to navigate around, I would say. You can set up race alerts for future events, which is quite easy. I'm not sure whether this is a sort of way to get your email address and then spam you. I mean, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on them. I did subscribe, I did put my details in, so I'll be able to tell you that. But yeah, it seemed okay. It seemed to be, I could select the southeast of England and sort of areas that I wanted to be alerted that there was events coming out, so that seemed pretty cool. I searched pretty easily for events. It wasn't any big deal. The website wasn't crashing, and the stuff that I was searching for was coming up, so that's a good plus for you. There wasn't really anything else to the event, to the website. It was pretty basic, which is not a bad thing. It was pretty straightforward. You just typed in what you wanted. I wouldn't say there was no frills to it. You know what I mean? There was no sort of, you get this or you get that, and if you sign up you get this, you sign up you get that, or like the other website, Let's Do This, you get a sort of discount or perks on if you sign up through them and that kind of stuff. There was none of that. It was a sort of no frills website, which is nothing wrong with that. As I said, it was very functional. It seemed to work. I didn't have any problem with it. and I would recommend it, but as I said, it's probably not the most technologically advanced one, and I say I'm not being harsh on them. It's just to say there's nothing wrong with that. This does what it says on the tin. So is that a bad thing? I'm not so sure. I think that's a good thing. But let's get stuck into the next one. So the running bug. This one I found via one of the chat rooms, one of the Facebook rooms. This one is more of a sort of overall running website, which is great. There was like nutrition plans on there, training plans, there's a blog, there's a community, there's all sorts of different stuff like that, which is great. The website is awesome, it looks fantastic, it's very user friendly. I did try signing in or logging on via Google, no, via Facebook, and it crashed, didn't like that. So I tried again, and it didn't like that. So then I had to do it via my phone. I don't know if it was my PC, maybe that's what it was, but I had to go via my phone to register with it, which is a bit annoying. When I actually got into the search function for the events, which is obviously what this reviews are about, it kind of got a bit sticky. Again, when I searched for a half marathon in Essex, I only got one result, which I know there's more than that in Essex coming up. It came in the Southend one, which is fine, but I know, for example, like there's a Colchester one and stuff like that, but it only came up with the Southend half marathon. When I did go to click on the Southend half marathon to check out what sort of details you're getting and reviews and stuff like that, it then asked me for my Facebook login again, which it then didn't accept, so I had to do it from my phone. So it kind of kept falling down. When I did finally get into it, there wasn't many reviews on there, I think, or was there hardly any. So there wasn't much interaction from people. There was people saying that they'd signed up for it, but there wasn't anything other than that really. Overall it promises a lot, but I don't think it necessarily delivers on the event side of things. I think that's definitely an area they could focus and do better on. The rest of it's really good. As I said, the training plans, nutrition, community and all that sort of stuff, I can see where they're trying to go with it. But personally, if I'm looking for an event, I wouldn't necessarily use this website. So a bit disappointing on there. It's got pluses in other departments, but looking for events and that kind of stuff, I think it falls down a bit, to be honest with you. So again, I wouldn't necessarily steer you towards the running bug at all. So runbritain.com is the next one. It's quite a good one. It's basic, it's understated, there's no bells and whistles to it, it's pretty easy to navigate, the landing page is good, you can sign up, there's a couple of blogs and things like that on there. As I said, it's not got like any of the bells and whistles like reviews and the social side of it necessarily. But I do think that out of all of them, it's probably the simplest to use. I mean, I did the Essex, the Southend, the Colchester searches, and everything came up that I wanted it to come up. You open it up, and it came up with all the details of everything that you need for race day. With the link to the website and stuff like that. So to be fair, it does everything you need to. It does, like it says on the tin, without that effort says. But I do think there's better websites, but I think there's worse websites. So I would say that this is like probably sit under, probably one or two others. But this is definitely one that you can use. It's definitely functionable. Yeah, if you're looking for a plain and simple event finder, you probably won't go too far wrong with Ron Britain. That's my view on that one. But I think there's better out there, so let's check them out. So the next one is Find a Race. This was pretty easy. I landed on it, it was nice, it was easy to use from the outset. I signed in with Google, which was cool, and I started playing around with it and started searching for different events. I searched again for half marathons in Essex within 10 miles radius, and it came up with 0 results. I also applied a 20-mile radius, and it gave me 13 events, but that didn't include the Southend half marathon. It was giving me all stuff out of London, so that was a bit weird. So the search results weren't accurate, I would say. There were no reviews on the events, which again, I'm only looking at certain things, so I might be wrong, and I'm happy for anybody to post comments down below that I've got it wrong. But when I was looking at the events that finally came up, these 13 events that came up from the Essex search, there was no reviews on them. It just said that there was like if people are attending and stuff like that. Basically, there was nothing really of interest to it. I tried one more time searching for a Colchester event or a Southend event, and I just put it straight in there, and nothing came up. which again is a bit odd. I don't understand how that works. Maybe it's just a fault with these things, or I'm searching incorrectly. But I put in 2 events. I just wrote Southend half marathon, Colchester half marathon, as you can see, and nothing came up. One of the good things about the website, to not so moan about it, but you can look for like triathlons, ultras, swimming stuff, cycling stuff. That's all good, and that part of the website was good. I thought that element to it was very good actually. But on a running basis, I think unless you know the specific event you're looking for, actually, but then if you knew the specific event you were looking for, why would you be looking it up? It's a stupid thing to say. Yeah, so but actually, you know what? I personally, I don't see the upside of using the website. There was no reviews on it. You can, all right, you can share it, you can tell people that you're going, but you can do that on Facebook. So what's the point? So really, it didn't really add much value, to be honest with you. And as I say, I signed up, but I don't see the benefits of signing up. Again, a bit harsh. Comments below if you think I'm being a bit harsh on it, and maybe I missed some of the benefits out on it. But to me, again, I think there's better out there. So yeah, let me get on to the last one. So the last one's RaceCheck. If you launch up their website, you get a front page which is quite easy, quite eye friendly. Down, but you get the search box at the top, and then you get all the stuff down below that they're promoting, and different reviews and stuff like that. But if you see on there, you can look for swimming stuff and triathlon stuff as well as the running stuff. So I whacked in a couple of searches, funnily enough the ones that I've been trying all the way through this, and it came up with something which is interesting. In particular the Southend one and the Colchester one did come up. And what's cool about this website, which is why I think this is the one that stands out against all the others actually, maybe I've just given a clue away, which I think is the best one. But if you go in there, if you click on it, then you get reviews, you get options of, they show where like places you can stay, you get all the details of the events. Okay, they're all doing that, but it's kind of a bit more user friendly and it's kind of a bit easier on the eye, so to speak. But the review function is wicked, and you can see that other runners are really putting in an effort into kind of leave feedback on the events, and it's quite useful, and that sort of thing is what I'm looking for if I'm thinking about doing a new event. Like I said, this was the whole point of this process, was to find a website that I could gauge opinions of other runners to know whether an event is worth, you know, attending or not, and RaceCheck seems to have got that sort of sorted. The search functions were pretty cool. You can search different distances, and then it gives you sort of, and then you can search by your location, or you can put one in and it just populates, and it gives you like for example, when I did that Essex one, it gave me 2 pages of events as an example. You can, and some of the other websites do that, but you can request races that aren't already appearing in there, which is a good function, and I applaud the other websites for doing the same thing, but you can definitely do that on RaceCheck. It says if you set up your profile, you can load up your races in there as well, which is quite cool, so you've got like a schedule of events. That's pretty wicked. But yeah, I definitely think out of all of them, I would say RaceCheck is definitely slightly ahead of Let's Do This, which was the first one I mentioned. The fact that you could leave such good feedback and you can search the feedback so easily. As I said, it's user friendly. Oh, you've got the Visor Club thing going on with RaceCheck as well, which is really cool. If you leave reviews, they pick out people randomly, and you get, I don't know if you've seen the RaceCheck visors, which is great fun. Some of them, you know, like the Pacers, you might have seen with the black and the green, or the white and the green. That's a different aspect. There's a real social side to it, which is great. But yeah, so I think actually out of all of them, personally, I would recommend that you go along to RaceCheck. I think that's definitely the way forward if you're looking for events and you're unsure of your next one or what's going on near you. Definitely go and check out RaceCheck. I think they're on Facebook, and if that's not for you, I would say go to Let's Do This. That's probably number 2. The others were okay, as I said to you, but some of them offered some things, some of them offered other things, but some of them were just plain and boring and didn't really offer anything at all. I don't mean to be hard on them, but I think when you look at RaceCheck and when you look at Let's Do This, I think you can see where the competition is. That's it. If I've missed any, or you've got any other recommendations, stick them below. If you've got any comments on anything I've said, some of it are saying some people might not like some of the reviews I've done on these websites, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, stick the comments below, give the video the like, make sure you're hitting the subscriber button here to stay up to date with all the latest videos on FORDY Runs, the YouTube channel for the Everyday Runner. And I'm going to stick a video up here which I think will be interesting for you as well. So I'll catch you guys later.